This podcast is rated TV PG for fantasy violence and language. Welcome back to Star Wars Birth of the Republic tabletop role-playing game, Episode 9. I'm Kirk, and I will be your storyteller.
I am Andrew. I play Hakru, the Zabrak Scout.
I'm Eric. I'm playing Lashara, the Bothan Noble.
I'm Greg. I'm playing Dodd, the Human Scoundrel.
Yeah, I'm Seth, playing Jad Marketa, the Rhodian Scoundrel.
This is Mary, and I will be playing Rura, the Tagorian Scout.
Welcome to another episode of Star Wars Birth of the Republic. Last time, the crew traveled to the edge of wild space on their way to seek out a temple. And that's kind of where we're at, the planet of Bakura. And they just got some weapons and getting ready to head out. Was there anything else you guys were wanting to do while you were here? Somebody got repulsor gear for their boots, so they can kind of jump around. Us did. And I think that was it, right? That was going to be the...
Well, Hakru got himself a nice new sniper rifle.
Yes.
That he mounted his nice new scope onto.
Yes.
And he now has 30 credits to his name.
All right. Okay, if there's nothing else you guys want to do on this planet, then you guys can take off. I don't think Nanat had done anything. You guys got your food and everything fueled up for the trip. And you're not sure how long it's going to take. That's the other thing.
And we've got how many tanks of Tibana gas in the back?
None. You guys delivered them here.
Oh, is that right? I thought we were picking them up here.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
No, the job
Came from Bespin to...
Yep.
Oh, good point. That would make sense. If
Yeah.
you're going to pick up something in Bespin, it's going to be
Right.
Tibana gas.
And you guys took a job to pick up a creature on a certain planet that wasn't really named. They just sort of gave you the coordinates. And it's kind of on your way there or back, so it's up to you if you want to do that first or if you want to go to the temple and do that thing. It's up to you.
I'll leave that up to Nanat and the various hunters.
Yeah, and that seemed pretty stoked about it.
Since we have to take it back alive, we should go second.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. It's up to you guys. You can do it whatever way you want. All right.
Oh, that's we did, because we did install a cage in the cargo hold before we left in preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Or at least some way to hold it.
Right. Some kind of.
And it's a good size creature. It's not large, but it's pretty good size.
Before we leave, I'll see about investing in some tranquilizers for a large animal as well.
All right. Where'd that go? I think...
Dodd doesn't know anything about hunting, but he also has seen some, whatever the equivalent of movies are about animals getting free on a spaceship.
You roll your gather information.
All right. Rolled an 11, and that would be a 20.
Okay, on the nose. You do get a hold of somebody who is selling large doses of animal tranquilizers, so it's not hard to get.
Okay, yeah. I will spend
Uh,
whatever currency is necessary to make that happen.
okay.
And ask for some quick instructions on how to administer and how much.
Boy, what would they have?
It's a tranquilizer. We're good.
It is. It comes in like pucks that have to
Okay.
be attached to the animal, and then it administers it like. It's got a little, not AI, but it's got a monitoring system that if it's not administering enough, it'll administer more until it brings its vital levels down to a certain point.
Okay.
Measures
Cool.
heart rate and things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
All right. So it'd be like a grapple roll to apply it, maybe.
It'd be like a to hit. Yeah.
Okay.
It costs about $900 or credits. I'm sorry, 900 credits.
900 credits.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And
that's fine.
let's find out. And you have 4 of these.
Okay.
And like I said,
So
they're
four
big
of them
things.
for 900 credits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, they're self-regulating, so you're not going to have to do any tweaking or administering. It's just you attach this thing. It's got like little claws that come out, and they sort of stick in a hide. And they're for pretty good hides, pretty thick
May
hides.
May work better than stun setting on a rifle.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's you got that. Anything else before we head out?
I'll check
Food,
with
fuel.
Jad and Nanat and see if there's any other hunting type supplies that they think would be useful.
No, we have all we need.
Okay. I just shrug, walk back on board the ship.
Okay. All right. Nanat says, "Are we ready to take off? Are we ready to go?"
Let's go.
The cargo door closes, and the ship lifts off and takes off into the atmosphere. Let's see. He says we have the. We're going to the temple first. He says we have coordinates, and it's going to take about an hour to plot out one of these sectors. So this. Where'd it go? That figures. All right. So this is going to be a use computer check, and the pluses and minuses cancel each other out, even though you're using a computer. So the DC is a 30.
Okay. Put on my goggles.
Yeah, and it takes about an hour to do because you can't really use the nav computer since this is all
wild
unknown.
space.
Yeah, this is how they
could
did
probably
it.
sell this data later.
Yes, you could.
Okay. Great. Let me take a moment here. The visor gives me a +2.
Okay.
My use computer is a 14, so I'm already at a 16. Do I have any other benefits that I could use? I guess I can't just take a 20 on something like this.
No.
So this potentially could take several hours if I get it wrong. Does the difficulty number ramp up as I go?
No.
Or does it actually decline as I go?
It's always going to be a 30
Okay.
because you're basically plotting in as far as you can sort of figure out. And then
I'm
you're
going to-
going to jump there and then do the same sort of thing.
I'm going to enlist Hakru's aid by saying, "Hey, Hakru, have you looked at these star charts before? Check this out. What do you think of this?" Hakru's got computer skills, doesn't he? No? Okay. Lashara?
Lashara does.
Yeah, when you ask a crew, he's like he actually starts drawing the constellations. He's like, oh yes, and this one I heard about it. It is supposed to be the Bendu, and he just starts drawing.
Okay. Fascinating. I say and walk away quietly. I go find Lashara, and I'm sorry, Rua, I don't know what your skills are, and I don't really know you yet, so I'm relying on the people I know.
Makes
Okay,
sense, and I wouldn't
so-
be useful here anyway.
Okay. Lashara, hey, you want to give me a hand with these charts?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and make a computer roll, and hopefully you roll high. I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 13 plus.
16 plus the 2, 18 plus use computer 14. I'm above 30.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and I my number's 20.
Okay.
okay.
All
You were
right.
still useful in pointing out, things along the way.
And the number you rolled was a 32, you said?
32, yeah,
32.
total.
Okay. So you plug the coordinates in, and the ship does the jump. We're going to probably have to break this down into about five
rolls.
portions a day. Yeah, because that's just the way it is. So go ahead and roll again.
Okay. And I'm double checking along the way to make sure that the astrogation data is being stored.
Right.
Would our
Right.
droid help any here?
I think it's the onboard computer. He
It
could
really kind of depends on what the droid is. Like some droids have nav data, some don't.
Yeah. He could probably store it once it's all done,
Okay.
but without having any previous maps, he's really kind of just doing what you guys are doing.
Right.
Okay.
Drawing conclusions, looking at distant stars,
Best-
trying to calculate
best-
it out.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Second roll. Ready?
Yep.
2. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is all I got.
I got a 24.
Okay, 1920. So, all right. And with this, go ahead and make another roll.
Okay.
Same modifiers, and the
Okay.
same for Lash if she wants to. It's helping out.
Yep.
All right. This time I got a 9, 26.
17 for me.
25, sorry. 25.
So 26, 27 was the second roll.
So close, but no cigar.
All right.
Well, we don't realize we're taking us off course. We kind of feel like we're on the right course, don't we? Or is there some indication that we're...
Yeah. That second roll I had you do was to catch the error, and so you didn't catch the error, and the ship comes out of hyperspace, I'd say in the atmosphere of a planet.
Oof.
Just hits it, and like everyone make a dexterity check.
All right.
Or reflex check. I'm sorry, reflex. It's reflex.
Ooh,
Ooh, natural 20.
I rolled a natural 22.
What do you do with the reflex check? Do you add
You add the reflex to it.
the reflex modifier?
So the
Ability
reflex
modifier?
is a defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's your total.
Okay, so under the reflex column, I've got 18 equals 10 plus 3, class bonus of 2,
Right.
and an ability modifier of 3. So it's 18 plus whatever I rolled.
Right.
21.
Okay.
Okay. Then if that's what we're doing, then I have like a 35.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 37.
33.
Okay.
I have a 38.
All right. Greg, take 4 points of damage as you smash your head on a console or something when the ship comes out and does an immediate
course.
stop almost.
Of course, Dodd gets injured. This is his nature.
Yeah. So basically, if something like this happens again, anything under a 30 is going to hit damage, and you were the only one that got under it. All right, so you're in the middle of the ship comes screaming out into this atmosphere, and the hull is instantly heating up. Nanot's like freaking out and trying to get things stabilized. He manages to basically hit the brakes as fast as he can, and the ship sort of becomes a ship again instead of a comet racing through the atmosphere. And everyone's
kind of alarms.
Battle
everything's going off. Yeah, klaxons.
Is there any way to tell if there's damage by the alarms that are going off?
Yeah, this is. Let me get a thing here. The ship gets moved down on the condition track. And it's persistent. So, and it also takes damage equal to 5% of the total hit points for every point by which the check fails. So that was 3
shit.
points. So it took
3 points.
15%
Yeah, so
damage.
15%. Okay.
Dang.
This is dangerous. That's
Yeah.
why people don't go to wild space.
This is why it was so dangerous back in the day before they had all the routes checked out. The persistent condition or damage remains until the ship undergoes maintenance, and what I mean by that is like parking on a planet, doing fixes and things like that.
Right.
If the ship is not disabled or destroyed, arrives at the intended destination in double the expected travel time. So you are off course.
Right.
Drops out
Okay.
of random hyperspace location somewhere between the point of origin and the destination. All right, so let me get to the map.
Yeah.
Are you keeping track of the stats on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't afford too many of those.
No, you and I probably look at each other as a big oopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I have the look of it's not my fault.
All right. So this will add an extra day.
Okay.
All right. So you've basically peels out a little bit, and you guys are parked in sort of an orbit around this planet until everyone sort of gets their bearings again as what's going on.
If we have an hour, we can try to do some repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the terrain like?
The planet is not hospitable. It's got a poison atmosphere, but you
Right.
can land there. So there are.
Well, there's also you can repair while on board a vehicle. It just you take a penalty based on the condition track.
Yeah. So it's up to you guys.
I'm going to be making some calculations for an hour, and I'm pretty sure that Lashara is giving me a hand.
Yeah, I also
Akru and
wanna
Leto, maybe.
I also want to see if the Force can help here at all. Like, can Lashar get into any kind of meditation and seek knowledge of if our final coordinates that we're coming up with are advantageous or not?
Yeah, I
Something that
guess.
simple.
I guess you could try it right before you guys go into hyperspace. Just do trust your feelings or whatever that is, to see if you're.
Search your feelings. I
Yeah.
think.
It's the one where it lets you know if it's a good idea to do X, Y, or Z,
Right.
whatever that is.
I always say go with Z. Go with Z.
Zed.
So I was raised to say it, but
It's Leto. I do not have the ship up. All right. Thought I had the ship up. Did not have the ship up. Ship somewhere.
yeah, I thought I had us on course. I didn't.
I usually have the ship up on mine as well. I got to pull it up real quick.
There it
Would
is.
it have behooved us to go to Luek? Seems like that would have been a planet that would have been
It doesn't have a hyper.
charted.
Right to it.
It's the same thing.
That's true.
You'd be
That's
doing the
true.
same thing.
All right. So her crew is helping to make repairs to the ship because you made a bad jump.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Rura would be trying to find something to fix.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll try, but my mechanics are pretty terrible.
So you guys going to land, or are you going to try doing this in space?
How many spacesuits do we have? Or
Well,
know.
either way, we'd need atmospheric suits if we landed, or spacesuits if we didn't. So,
Right.
That's one thing I don't think you guys have.
right.
I want to say there's probably little breather things that you can put on to breathe.
I've
But this
got-
would,
well, you said poisonous. Is it contact poison or an inhalant poison?
let's see.
because I have 2 breath masks with extra filters,
Yeah.
and they filter out gaseous poisons and basically give me atmo. But like I couldn't survive. My body couldn't survive in space with
Right.
just this thing.
Right.
But like I could go swimming almost indefinitely
Right.
with it.
Somebody call high or low.
Hi.
It is a poisonous atmosphere for contact, so your eyes have to be covered, skin has to be covered, that sort of thing.
I'm
That's right. I
getting-
mean, we took 15% damage. We're still.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can do makeshift repairs from inside it. It's just a little bit harder.
Yep.
Might as well. Gives everybody something to do too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's under the mechanics.
It's page 78 if you're looking at the PDF
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah, you just take a minus, like Mary said, you just take a -5 for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like,
whatever
well-
negative the condition track is. So
Oh,
It's-
are we at a -5?
No, you're at a -1.
We're at a -1.
yeah, then it's a -1. That's all it is. It
Yeah.
just applies
Gotcha.
to the check.
Okay.
Mary, say your character's name again.
Rora.
Rora. Okay, thank you.
It's like Aurora without the
Gotcha.
With a slightly longer U.
Yeah.
Rora.
Rora.
Oh, okay.
Because they're cat people, and that sounds more like a cat noise than not.
It's all good. It's all good.
We're gonna make fun of it, but it's fine. Okay, so a cruise check to fix.
And Rora can assist because you've got a better mechanics at this point.
Oh, all right, cool. So we've got 9 plus 15, so that's 24 -1, so 23.
Can it be a double assist or no?
No, it's just a one person helping.
And assist is get a 10 and you assisted. Is that
I believe
10
so.
total and you assist.
I assisted?
Cool. So we're at a 25 total.
Where'd it go?
I was looking at the repair object one, which is the one that talks about being on board the vehicle.
Okay. Where'd it go? I scrolled past it. Repair. It's probably down way at the bottom.
Yeah, it's like the last part of mechanics.
Damn it. I mean, darn it. All the kids out there, their ears are burning. Said a bad word. Hot shot, environmental adaptation. Build object. All right, did I not put it in this? Come on.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the book.
Oh, there it is. Repair object. 1 hour DC 20. Repair disabled objects. Yeah, 1d8 plus 1 on the. Oh, any persistent currently affecting the dice or vehicle. Okay. All right, so you made the DC. Go ahead and roll the hit points.
Mary, that's you.
No, I don't know. Go ahead, because I don't have my D8s in front of me.
This is what I get for trying to include you.
I know.
It's just 1d8, right?
Yeah.
See, 1.
That's really what I get for not having my dice in front of me.
There's some paint damage he like paints over. All right. So,
But he does it in the wrong color.
all right. So,
It's kind of like, when people like use a plunger to take a ding out of a car and it still looks fucking ugly. That's what a crew did.
all right. So it's thrown you a whole day off. So we're going to have to basically start over.
Yeah.
Extra day. All right.
All right,
So
Lashara,
roll number 1.
We've been looking at this hardcore. Hopefully, we get some success.
All right.
We do not.
We do not. This might be the end, guys. We might blow up.
Yeah.
I rolled a
So-
2, so my total was a 9.
Your total was a 9.
Yeah, I didn't help.
So it's no help.
21 is my roll.
However, I can use the Force to search my feelings and see if what we came up with is going to be good or bad.
Okay.
Kinda.
What we'll do first is we'll do the secondary roll to catch the error. So roll again, Greg,
Yes, sir.
and roll again to assist.
Woohoo! Okay. I got a 16 on that roll, so I'm at 32 for the
I got
for the
10.
check.
Okay, so 34.
total.
Yep. All right, so you catch it at the last second. Oh shit, that's gonna, or oh crap, that's gonna put us somewhere else and take another hour redoing numbers and math and
Yep.
the
It's got
ship.
another hour to make repairs, I guess, right? I'm trying
Yeah,
to imagine what
you
this
could-
dialogue would be like
you
between
could-
me and Lashara.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, if we got time.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the first hour is her and I going, okay, if you follow this path and you see this star here, 32 degrees, and then we do this, and we're like, yeah. This looks like it works. Second time, same attitude, and we come out of hyperspace, and I'm like, this is going so well. Right? Third one, we get into the atmosphere, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yep.
You forgot to carry the one.
Right. Lashara probably says something like, where did you learn to astronavigate?
Right.
What is your problem? And I'm like, it's not my fault. Right? So anyway,
Sorry.
just filling
Ashara
that.
says, Ashara says,
She says nothing. She just
she says,
so this time I go, okay, I got it. It's this,
Or nothing.
and then I start doing the Jeff Goldblum. This is perfect. This is right. This is good. No. This is all wrong. Back to the drawing board.
Yep.
So while they recalculate and her crew takes more time to fix, on my own, I got a 20. So I guess roll another D8 to see how much it heals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Cool.
can roll it this time.
No, I got it. So I had no faith in you this time, and now I got a 6.
Okay.
Man, the
All right.
impression. Feeling it.
All
I
right.
like how you have no faith in me, but
You guys just met.
Well,
Yeah.
I had faith in you, and then you let me down, and so we got a 1.
This is very
Then I
meta.
removed
Actually-
the faith. Boom, 6.
Actually,
I'm not sure how that
Very
works.
meta.
right. Actually, this is the Rura's sort of coming into her position on the ship because no one knows that she's a super mechanic or anything like that. So basically, it'd be Hakru doing this first, and then she's basically the helping sort of thing, and then
Similarly,
Flips it.
I am a super hacker, but you can't tell by my dice roll.
right.
Okay.
All right.
So
Another
all right,
roll.
Ready for the next roll?
You guys
Here we go.
come out of hyperspace. It's just fine.
Ready, Lash?
Yeah.
I lock eyes at you as I push the final calculation. I'm just wide-eyed and the eyebrows up. Son of a bitch.
Son of a Gundark.
Yes. So
Son of a bothin.
yeah,
Dank Varric.
yeah. Yes.
I
Good catch.
had to put the subtitles on for that. That's Dank Ferric.
Oh, is it Dank?
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
I was like,
Yeah.
what are they saying? What are they saying?
His name is Din Djarin. I thought that was awfully close. Right? Oh, sorry. Spoilers.
Oh, jeez.
I got 25. We're not going to make this one.
I
your
get that. I got an 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 27.
So, Kirk,
So-
the way that the difficulty number is lined up for this, I have a 25% chance of rolling a success.
yeah.
We are going to be going backwards in time to the Stone Age.
You never know.
Again, I can use the Force now that we've been in dire straits. Trying to fly into a planet.
Right?
She's gonna wanna like calm down.
She's Diwanawanga. Wanga no te.
All right. This is the catch roll. So go ahead and roll
Catch
again.
Here it comes. 13 plus 14 is 27, 28, 29. So if you get the assist, we got it.
All right, I did. I rolled an 18 plus 7, so 25.
Okay. So 31. The ship takes off again. You're in
Whoa.
hyperspace
we
for
caught the mistake.
an hour and then come back out. So we need another wheel. You got 3 rolls to get back on track.
Well, we caught the mistake.
Right. But
Oh.
your first mistake threw you a whole nother day off. So you're having to redo this again.
Oh, I see. So when we catch the mistake, it's like a course correction. We're
Correct.
getting progress then.
Right.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah. They
I thought
built it
you-
in because they
I
figured
thought
it
you
would be
just
hard.
Advanced us into the deep space again. And
No.
Wait, we didn't push the button.
Nope.
Promise. Okay.
Nope.
Good. Okay, so we got another hour for the mechanics to do their thing, and then Lash and I will roll again.
Yeah.
All right, Hakuru's going to
Pretty
have.
soon we're going to want to sleep, though. Pretty sure.
Well, these
these
jumps are like these jumps are like 3 or 4 hours. So you
Okay.
guys have time in the meantime if you're not doing anything to sleep and whatnot.
We're not going to repair during. Oh, yeah. I thought, yes, we have time during this. Like, we're not going to repair shit during hyperspace. We're not.
No,
touching
but
a
we
damn
have an hour
thing.
while there. We can
If the
repair
coffee
while they're
maker's
cooking.
down, you can fix that. If the you know,
If it's plugged into the machine, if it's plugged into the ship, Hakuru's not touching it when we're in hyperspace.
I need coffee.
Right.
Okay. Do your thing.
Were you saying that? What were you saying about? Were you gonna make Rora do that roll or?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and then he'll assist.
Right. Okay. Well, she got a 22 if you assisted the 24. So.
Yep, assist. So there.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Chad,
Because I remember on the last.
talking about this hunt that's coming up.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess.
just hanging out waiting for the hunt.
Because in the last
I am
episode,
not mechanical.
there was discussions about her learning
Mm-hmm.
and just seeing what was going on. So like that's why it's like Hakuru is like very much like, yeah, go ahead, you can do this. Like, what do you mean you can't do this? You're like, I don't know, I'm scared. So that's kind of what I figured. Like the first one was. The second one was Hakuru going, da, 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 da. And this third one, he's like, okay, now you. And you're like, all right, I got this. So you want to fight?
Oh, the first one was literally just Mary didn't have her dice, but that's fine.
Yeah. This is how we're explaining it away.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 on hit points. So.
Okay.
How far away from max are we now?
It's close.
Okay, so we can crash again.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
All right, here's my roll.
Roll number 3.
32.
Okay. 32 shoom, jumps through space. You guys come back out 4 hours later.
Are we taking micro naps in between?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would assume so. There's no reason to be awake while you're in hyperspace, really.
Yeah. There's a good TV show on or something. Okay.
My doggy wine, by the way, I'm going to include this on our show here. My doggy wine was for a friend of mine who I work with. Actually used to be my boss, but now we're not. Yeah, and he we talk about gaming all the time. He's a dungeon master for a bunch of different games, plays Exalted and D&D and a bunch of other things. And I told him I was playing Abathan, and now every time we talk about it and I talk about this game, he's like, "Oh, you're playing your good girl." So thanks, Frank. That was for you. He's watching this, by the way.
Nice.
Hi, Frank.
What's up, Frank? All right. Go ahead and do your next roll for hyperspace.
20 for me in total.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay. We didn't make it. 8 plus 14 plus 2. So 26, I guess.
27, 28. Okay.
Yeah.
Close.
Don't bury us in the side of a mountain.
Second roll to catch it.
Ooh, it opened a new window. No, didn't get that either. Not even close. I rolled a 3.
Oh,
I did assist.
All right. Now this is the
I rolled a overall 19, I guess.
Okay, let's do a use the force. What's the normal difficulty for that? Because it's got a
I
difficulty.
think it's a 12. It is a 15.
I'd say let's bump it up to 20 because you're involved in astro navigating, so you trust that everything's sort of working out.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll the.
I rolled a natural 1. Sorry, guys, we're all dead.
Tune in next week as we roll up new characters.
You guys are sleeping, getting up, and someone's in the shower. The ship comes out, and all of a sudden it gets flipped, and you guys start moving in the opposite direction. So let's do another reflex save. Anybody under a 30 needs to is going to take some damage.
I actually rolled a natural 20 on this one.
I would love
There you
for
go.
you to hand out damage to me.
Okay, 35.
I missed it by 2.
Oh,
I got a 28.
all right.
I got a 31. I'm fine.
I got right on a 30. I rolled a 13 plus 17.
I just did not get 30.
I need to roll an 11. I rolled a 9.
It's easier when you're tall enough to hold on to the ceiling, like wherever you are.
So everybody that missed takes 8 damage.
All right, cool.
And where's it now? Those are all 8s. 1, 2, 3.
So with natural healing at this point in time, Hakuru would have been at full.
Yeah.
But now,
Right.
Not now.
no, he's
It'd be
not.
very sad if you guys have to use second wind just because we're strolling down the road.
Well, it's like you heal like your character level every day.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you don't crash for 3 days, Hakuru will be fine.
All right. The ship, however, as it flips over, if anyone's not in the cockpit, you hear Nanat barks. We're in a what would he say? We've hit an event horizon. And as the ship turns, the view screen is this black hole that's you guys are on the very edge of, and like not skimming it, but it's like you're in the zone where it's almost too late. And the ship groans. Things start popping and exploding around you. The ship's down another step on condition track. And
So
Where
weird.
the hell are you guys hearing us?
So when
We're going where we need
healed
to
it,
go.
it should have gone back up the condition track.
right.
It's,
So you're back to a
so
minus
back
1.
down to -1.
Right.
All right. So Crew's jumping on that to fix it.
All right.
He's shouting something.
And this will require, okay. Each round, the starships, at the start of the turn, as long as the starship remains in the black hole gravity well, you guys are going to be doing a mechanics roll, DC 36. Characters work diligently to keep the ship from breaking apart, granting the vessel a +2 equipment bonus to fortitude defense against the black hole, because that's what's nailing it. The pilot also has to make a DC 36 to pull out of the gravity well. Yeah, you guys came out of hyperspace.
I'm on assist duty
I
because
just need
can't
her to
go
assist
through.
me.
I
because-
did.
Okay, we got it. We got exactly a 36 then. I rolled
Okay.
a 16 plus 9 minus 1. That gets us down to 34. plus the 2, 36.
Yep. All right. Let's see. What is Nanat's got to do his thing? Come on, ship.
I need to just keep rolling the purple sparkly dice because that one seems to keep doing well.
4 is 12.
It's this one.
24. All right. So this turn, Nanat's like fighting it. So it's not going to take damage at this turn. Oh, I'm sorry. The ship is not succumbing to the gravity well, but Nanat's got to make his roll to get out. And where'd he go? There he is. Let's see. That does not even come close. So he's not able to break out of it just this turn. So you guys got another turn of this. Well, at least until we get going. So, top of the round, the ship versus the damage. 10.
Assist.
This is
Mechanics made. We hit our 36.
22. It does not. It got you right on your, right on the nose.
Right, and these mechanic checks aren't
22.
to repair the ship, it's to prevent us from getting sucked in, right?
Prevent parts from being ripped off from
Right.
gravity well.
Right. Yeah, as it's taking damage. So if it makes the fort defense, then there's nothing really happening. But when it fails like this, the ship is suffering again. So now you guys are at a -2 on condition track. So any bonuses you're using from the ship are at a minus for this stuff, which also hurts navigation and things like that. So it makes it a little more difficult.
Oh, wait, are we supposed to be using a bonus from the ship on this? On these mechanics checks?
The ship does have a... Where'd it go? When you are doing stuff on the ship... Where'd it go?
It's got a +5.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're fine.
Yeah.
No, you still help.
Plus for checks.
Right. No, I
Yeah, but we're
And it's got a -5 for
Yeah.
pilots.
yeah, for pilot, but we're effectively at a +3 right now from
Right.
the Okay, yeah. Okay. Before so far I've only been calculating it on just mine and Mary's rolls.
Right.
So the fact that we're now getting bonuses from the ship, yeah, we're the mechanics. The fix-it team is fixing it.
Right.
Yeah,
What's-
now we just need to make sure that we can pilot out of the damn black
Right.
hole.
What you guys are basically doing with this DC 36 is giving a +2 to fort defense against the black hole. Oh, you guys succeeded this next turn. So the ship's got a +2. 17. That does it, I believe. I'm tired of going back and forth here. I have them on different tabs. Who thought of this? Oh, I did. That was me. All right, its fort defense is a 12. Yeah. So that beats that. All right. So Nanot's roll. Come on, baby. Does not make it. All right. So this is the next turn. You guys want to roll for fort defense?
We're good.
Okay.
I got a natural 20. So she assisted. So it's 20 plus 9 is 29 plus yeah.
Okay.
We're,
All right. And the ship doesn't take any damage. Let's see if Nanot can do this. Nope, that is a 3. So the ship is still being tumbled, and he's trying to sort of pull out, and it's just... He's almost like he's lost his bearings on which way's up. All right. So this is another turn. Go ahead and roll for the fort defense bonus.
got it again.
Okay. All right, it does not take damage. Come on, Nanot. A 2, even worse than before. So the ship's biled back into it. All right. And you hear him howling. Ah! Let's see his... Where'd he at? He's got a good pilot skill, too. That's the thing. You can't do much if you're rolling 2s and 3s. All right. Next turn. Let's do the fort defense again, the mechanics.
assist.
Good.
Okay.
Again, just squeaking in. With Mary's assist, it's basically a 50-50. But we're just squeaking in
Yeah.
on some of these rolls.
And with this turn, the ship takes damage. It rolled its fort defense. That's another 48. The ship is taking huge hits every time this happens, and another minus. So we're at minus. It goes -1, -2.
Now it's -5.
Now it's -5.
Yeah, so now we have a
You're at your...
Just
we have now we have a 60% chance of failure.
Yeah. All right. Ship groans again.
So now
Let's see
we're
if-
back to just being mine and Mary's rolls.
Yeah, let's see if Nanot can get out of this.
So Lashara is there, and I'm guessing you guys are in earshot.
Yeah.
She is
Not a
actually going to
huge ship.
use she's going to use her ability to buff,
Okay.
just to help to counter some of this losses that we've taken.
You guys hear Nanat roar and curse, and the ship takes an additional amount of damage as he shears against the event horizon, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And it goes down another drop, so you're minus 10s on the...
If it goes down one more drop, our ship blows
We're
up
dead.
and we die.
We're
Yeah.
literally dead.
So, fearing the worst and feeling that the ship is badly shaken, I'm going to go get the E-Web barrel and go lay down in the cot with it.
Okay. All right. Roll the mechanics, unless somebody wants to do something on the mechanic side instead of assisting. That would, trying to repair damage, take it off the condition track. It's up to you guys.
We're at a minus 10.
I would say at this point, I can't
at this
do
point-
anything on my own.
Okay.
Like, I can't hit a DC 20 with a minus 10.
Okay.
That's not true, but it would be.
Well,
more difficult.
yeah. So at this point in time, we're going to stop doing stuff with the ship, and I'm going to do stuff to the ship,
Okay.
Right, because
trying
that
to
plus
bring it back
2
up the
Right.
Right. Yeah.
bring it back up the condition track, because we have to start repairing the ship. There's literally nothing we can do about that.
Right.
Are there multiple things that can be repaired at one time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lido,
At this
me,
point, yeah.
everybody, all hands on deck, patching holes. Right.
Right.
Okay.
I
With
hope
everybody
there's no
trying.
holes. Anything but holes.
Okay. Her crew got a 23 to repair something to move us back up the condition track.
Okay.
I got a 29 to do similar.
The problem is with, like, does the negative 10 still count for
It
trying
takes
to
an-
repair the ship?
It takes an hour. You can spend
Right,
an hour and do
that's- you
this.
can't-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
Damn.
can't really repair while we're in. The
Is
middle of
there a jury rig?
You can't. You have to. It has to be disabled to.
it doesn't have to be disabled to jerry rig, but we will be disabled afterwards.
Yeah, that's when you're going to have to do the crazy stuff with jury rig. Okay. So I would suggest doing another mechanics to see if you can add to the fort defense.
And
I'd
so
like to
it's
keep my roll.
So basically here's what's going on here. If you are doing something to the ship, you don't take the minus 10, like the repair, but that takes an hour. If we do something with the ship, it's a minus 10. It's not possible for us to hit that DC.
Okay.
So we are literally in a position right now where no one here can do anything.
Unless you use force points.
Even if we use force points, we won't get enough with the minus 10.
Okay.
Unless because even if Mary assists on her, like, that doesn't add her her force point won't add to it.
Right.
So we're just like,
So we're about to find out what's on the other side of this black hole.
Well, no, 'cause
Yeah.
once the ship hits disabled, you can make jury rig repairs as a full round action. That doesn't
Right.
take an hour,
Right.
and you can bump it back up into operational. But
Right.
like, it has to be a disabled mechanical device.
Right. And then you'll move 2 steps up the condition track.
right. So it moves to a minus 5. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, so literally right now, there's nothing we can
can't
do.
do anything.
Right. All right. This is
Is there any
going-
kind of piloting things that he can
That's
you know-
what he's going to have to do.
hopefully get us out of the gravity well enough to where we can repair some?
Just
What about a slingshot maneuver?
It might send us back in time.
I'm fine with that. To the
Well,
last decision we made that sent us into the black hole.
I'd say it's
Great.
probably better than eyeless horror that awaits for us on the other side of the event horizon. So
What a crazy Ivan.
I don't think our engines have that 180-degree capability.
Right now they might. You don't even know.
That's true.
They're barely holding on.
Maybe some some screws
Maybe
removed.
the shape of a donut right now.
Let's see. I'm going to what he's going to do is spend a destiny point, and it's an automatic critical hit. It doesn't say it can't be used against a skill or anything like that. So that's basically what he's going to have to do to pilot. And I guess if you guys want to do this too for the mechanics, just to get to help out, it's up to you.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll spend a destiny point to critical success on. That's a 20 plus 20 minus 5 is 15 plus my mechanics, so that's
Well,
24.
we're still at
Yeah.
minus 10s, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the thing is even with that,
Destiny point is an automatic critical hit.
right.
Period.
So-
Like there's no roll.
So it's an automatic success then, because there's a difference between an automatic critical hit and an automatic success.
Right.
Okay, cool. Then done.
It's saying it says a critical hit, no attack roll required. I'm going to say it's with skills too, because why would you not do that? It's
Yeah,
it's
cool.
silly. All right.
Yeah,
So
the crew will spend that.
okay. And 25.
hell, if you want to charge us like force points or something to erase this flub, I'm down.
All right.
Although if Dodd and Lashara would have remembered force points existed, we may not be
We may not be in this position.
hugging this black hole in the
That's
first
all right.
place.
That's all right. All right. The ship makes it through from taking damage. Let's see. Nanat's going to spend his destiny point. And he's howling, and he flips a switch, and the droid, like, pushes some buttons too, and the ship rights itself for just a second, and then does a micro hyperspace jump. Does that make sense? Where he just puts it in and drops it out, and so you guys are in free, clear space. The ship, there's pieces coming off of it slowly as it's stopped. It's still a good shape. So it stops normally. It's not like listing or anything. It stops and like pieces keep going. Nanat like slumps over in the seat. The droid is like freaking out.
A crew comes out of a panel and he is smoking
Yeah.
because he was physically holding some wires together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to sneakily put the E-Web barrel back so nobody knows what I was doing.
Nice.
The
Okay,
ship
so
took
it's time to
96
fix
points
things.
of damage.
Took
Okay.
90 here for a while.
Yeah. It was getting close.
So Lashara says, "Who wanted to go to this temple?"
Yeah. All right. Well, looks
mean-
like we've got some repairs to do.
3 misses
Well-
in a row is
Yeah.
that's hard to do with what you're rolling. So, I just rack it up as it happened.
Yep, it happened. This
Well,
is
we
where her
can
crew is
repair
very much going like,
Right.
all right, time to get to work.
Right.
And we can split this up because
Right.
you can take 20 on a mechanics check, and as long as we're sitting here with all the time that we need to take,
It's just a
why
matter
not?
of time.
Is there any kind of limit to supplies and whatnot for us to be sitting here in deep space?
You mean food wise, or
Yeah, food and just our ability to.
I
to
think you
be alive
guys. I think you guys plan for extra days
Yeah.
Yeah.
there and
Yeah,
back just to be
I
safe.
think if we take 2 days where those of us who are trained in mechanics
Yeah.
do repairs, like as a full crew, whoever has trained in mechanics just goes through this.
And then the other people help and assist.
Right.
Yeah, I would say that's more like it's a montage of everybody working.
Yeah.
But so it's like I'm trained, Rura's trained, Lato's trained. Dot, aren't you trained in mechanics too?
Yep.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
that's 4 D8 a day. Is Nanat trained in mechanics?
Let's see. Where'd he go? I don't remember.
Because I believe Jad and Lashara are the only 2 players that are not.
He's not either. He's not.
He's
either.
not? Okay. So still, we take 2 days. That's 4d8 healing damage of healing that we can do. even on average rolls, we should be okay.
Yeah.
And then we can go back to just rolling every hour that we get time
Yeah.
to continue to heal it back up.
Do you want to set down on a planet to do this better?
We probably need the 2 days just to get moving. And then once we find a planet,
Because remember, you're still at a -10 for the ship stuff you're doing.
right. But if we take 20s,
You're basically taking a 10.
right, which is enough for most of us to get that healing done.
Okay.
Where would you say
definitely
we
not.
are roughly in wild space?
We're in wild space.
Yeah. After that one, let's find out where's the map at.
But I mean, like, are we closer
But we're
to
also only
Zonama
taking
Zel?
10 for the first roll, because once that first repair is accomplished,
Yeah.
Exactly.
the persistent conditions are gone. So
Yeah, so like day 1 is like major overhaul work.
Yeah.
Day 2 is still some pretty decent work, but it's not nearly as bad. And at the end of day 2, it's like, okay, let's go find a place to sit down.
Right. Refresh your map and should show you where it's at.
Oh, we're like in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You guys do have to refresh your map though to see where I've put the marker.
yeah, I just opened it just
Yeah.
now.
that's
We need
a
to
little
figure
further.
out a way to do this properly. Should we go back to Bakura?
Did we
We're a little
even try to
further out
find
than
a
I
space
thought.
map?
Again, without nav.
Astrogation data?
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
the
the-
same thing to go back and
Did
So
I
heading
even
back
bother
up.
trying to buy some?
there are none. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that was, yeah, you asked, but literally there's none. So
No.
even if we wanted to get to any of these other like known, unknown spaces,
right,
there is still no hyperspace
right,
driveway to get there or pathway to get there.
right.
Well, we did
Okay.
say that we were saving the data that we were doing with Lado so we could go back.
Correct. Yeah, but you will hit the same planetary atmosphere at that one point. You'll have to go back to the event horizon and
tracking.
take off back, that sort of stuff.
Surely
Okay, I
there's
see.
a decreased target number for me to plot a course not quite into the atmosphere,
Right.
right? So
I think what they had to do is if they missed, they would have to go back to their initial spot where they took off. You'd have to go back to Bakura and recalculate out from there to be able to use those plot points. Because
Okay.
space is moving, planets are moving, that sort of stuff. So
How
you may
many-
correct, and if you mess up, then you might hit the planet a day into its orbit,
Right.
differently. It's
how many
abstract, but
rolls are we needing in order to get to where we're going at this point?
it's 5 a day, and I want to say each
was like-
one of the. Oh, do we have this? It was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought you
5.
said something like
6,
each square
7,
was
8,
like 2
9.
days.
Yeah,
I have it as being 7 days between Bakura and the temple.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, if
Each
you
square
count
should be
them,
about a day.
yeah, except for when you got to wild space, and then that's 2 days per.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was like a little over 2 weeks
Yeah,
to get from Bakura to the planet.
yeah.
So if we're looking at 5 a day.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's just be the plan. Why don't we see
Let's fix
if
the ship.
yeah, let's fix the ship
Yeah.
a little bit here. But do we want a risk? Because it is risky to call for help or anything. Do we want to do anything like that? See who's around. There might be a planetoid or something that we might be able to utilize
Right.
to make the repairs better.
Let's do the repairs and then look for help.
Well, yeah. For
I'd
sure.
rather be dealing from a position of reasonable strength than,
Right.
oh, look.
Take
look
it
at
from
these people
somebody
out
who
here.
knows, guys.
Right.
Take it from
Right.
somebody who knows.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and repair it now and see what.
Cool. Well, while the repairs are happening, I need to do something IRL for a few minutes.
Okay.
I've got a work thing that just came up. Super fun.
So-
I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know we had discussed earlier about taking 20s for day one,
Right.
which each of that would take us back up on the condition track from the 4 people who are capable of doing that,
Right.
which does bring us back up into normal condition.
Right. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's so, and that's 4d8 health.
Okay.
So I'll do me and Leto. If Mary, you want to do yours and Dodds, because he's been spirited away.
Yeah.
Ooh, 5.
I can roll for Dodd.
Oh.
Too late.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a total of 7. So.
I got a total of 10.
When you take 20, I thought you just add 20 to your skill check.
No, this is that's
they
yeah.
do it
This is
differently?
just the hit points that
Okay.
we're fixing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We if we take 20, we succeed.
Yeah, I think everybody does, including
Right.
Leto.
Exactly. So
Right.
that's where we
So
just
that's
skipped
why we
right
rolled
to
48
Okay.
rolling the
to
health.
heal.
So we have healed 17 of the 90 something.
Shit. 17. Actually, it's 25 because Leto did his little bit. All right. 71. So, again, what I was saying with the Destiny points, you guys, if you wanted, even if you wanted to navigate out farther, and it would be like a DC 40 or whatever, if you wanted to go like a whole space or even 2, spend the Destiny point and skip. You know what I'm saying? You just skip all the rolling and get there. So
You just succeed.
balls to the wall. Yeah, it's a Destiny point. You're meant to be doing this. So
How do those replenish, out of curiosity? I thought you just
We're getting those
they
awarding them for completing certain things, right?
you get one a where they go. I believe you get one a level. Let me see.
I know on my character sheet it says I have 3.
Yeah. First
Same.
level characters begin with 1 and gains another Destiny point. At each level, Destiny point allows here to perform nearly impossible task or survive against all odds. Automatically score a critical hit. Automatically cause an attack made against you to miss, even if the attacker is resolved. Act out of turn. Take damage that would otherwise harm another character. Increase the effect of force powers. Immediately gain 3 force points. I thought they were a little crazier than that. I thought it was like being able to figure out something that was, GM only purview. But
Destiny points are effectively plot armor.
yeah, and they're encouraged to be used. I mean, that's
Yeah, I have no problem dumping all of them right now to make it to our destination. Honestly, like we get more,
right.
and this storyline wise, to
Right.
be heroic on this level requires something like
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that being the case, yes, if we can use the Destiny points then to auto succeed. I've only
Right.
got 2 left because I had to use 1 to get through the black hole.
Right.
But even then, we still have 3, provided that this is one of those, like, does everybody agree? So
Right.
before, like, definitely we should wait for Dodd to get back before making the decision official. But it's like, 3, 6, 9. If Dodd uses his, it's 12. I
Right.
make us 14.
Right.
Can
I
I use?
think then we
can
only
I
have
use-
like 1 or 2 squares left. Which
Right.
now
Right.
we're way on the good side of
Yeah.
succeeding.
Yeah.
Can I use a Destiny point if I'm not trained in that particular aspect? Can I use a Destiny point on that?
Boy.
Because I thought it's just succeed.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that's what it is. So it's
auto success.
yeah.
Well, if we're using Destiny points to go even farther,
I'd say it has to still fall under the use of the computer, like use computer. If that astrogation is trained only, then you would only be able to do it trained only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because
That would
otherwise,
make sense.
just walking up and like, to Einstein's chalkboard and being like, no,
yeah,
it wouldn't.
What? It was nothing.
Right.
I got this. Hold my beer.
Your E is out of place. What?
Maybe it was my destiny to show Einstein the hell up. You know?
Yeah, well, yeah. If that's the case, then the crew's out because he's not trained in use computer.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, neither is Aurora.
But the droid is, and let me see if Nanat is.
Is Jad able to use a computer?
Oh, the droid is not, but Nanat is.
Okay, so that then becomes so now we're down to 8 destiny points,
Yeah.
which still gets us a good way there.
Yeah.
Again, like this is when we start like when you
Well, I mean-
run math, it gets easier.
Well,
but-
that's 8 squares if you wanted to do
Well,
it.
and I mean, this is again a GM or a DM choice here, but Lashara does have this force sensitivity
Right.
where she can monitor outcomes, and the way that I'm reading it, it has to be an event that's like within an hour, and if
Yeah.
these jumps are taken 3 or 4 hours, she's going to need to be in a meditative trance continuously monitoring these jumps, which she would totally be willing to do now that she sees how dangerous this
No.
is. She can like dedicate towards it.
It takes an hour to plot the jump, so she could be in that meditative trance while they're plotting everything.
Well, what I'm saying is, can she serve as some kind of force alarm system if
Yeah.
we're heading into trouble
Yeah, that's what you were doing. And-
during the jump?
Oh, during the jump? No, it's
we're moving too fast for human for anything corporeal to correct itself.
Yeah.
We
Talking
can't.
about the force.
Right.
What's happening
but-
is you're sensing the danger of starting the jump instead of having to be doing that while you're coming out of hyperspace, because I don't think once it's set you can like just jump out unless it's a known route.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So
Figured I'd ask.
yeah, I mean it's working the way it's supposed to. It's a catch. It's a catch. All
So
right.
depending on how you count these, so it's like if you count the squares as just 1, we can do it in 5. If you count them as 1.5 squares, we can do it in 7.
Let's if you guys wanted to, where'd it go? Dang it. If you wanted to jump back to, I can't even think. Bakura, let's do that as 1 roll and using a destiny point. It's just an all-out, like, let's get back to the start because we know the end point, I guess. I don't know how that would work, but. And the droid's going to do it. The droid will take 20 and navigate that back. Because he pulls the information out of the computer and kind of does some stuff.
So he might be a little bit better at it since we did have some,
right.
We do have some navigational data.
Right.
It's not just blind jumping like we were.
So he's going to spend his destiny point. And you want to do the... Well, I guess it hits anyway. So the ship takes off. Oh, you guys got to do all... You pulled yourself out of the condition track. And
Yeah,
the
we healed.
ship's got 71 points of damage still. So another hour goes by if you guys want to do some repair work while he's figuring out the jump.
Okay. Yeah.
He just can't do anything.
That's another D8 heal from.
Yeah.
So. And I got 2 that time.
Okay.
Aurora succeeded as well, and she got 4 if we're both doing this.
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine it's independent, but there's plenty of work.
Yeah.
Right.
And normally the Leto would be helping, but he's plotting the jump.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are down to 65 points of damage. About that time, he says, "I think I got this done. Let's give it a go. Hit it." And the knot punches it forward, and everything streams out. So it takes a little bit longer to get there, but eventually it's time to come out of hyperspace, and there's Bakur off in the distance.
I say we set down, get back to 100%.
Actual docking bay and
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys pull in, land in a docking spot. They tell you to come on in. Some mechanic droid comes up and asks for a list that you guys have of damage. So somebody hands him a little pad, and he looks it over and hands it back. And if you guys want to do something else, you guys can do that. He's got like 3 or 4 of the little pop-up droids, and they come out and start doing their thing.
To save cost and time, her crew is going to be participating in the repairs to the ship.
Okay.
yeah, Rora will also. This is like the best chance to learn anything she's ever had.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your mechanics rolls.
How many do you want from us?
I'd say just one to sort of put yourself into the repair structure that they're doing. They're taking 20 on everything, so it's going to take a couple hours, more than a couple hours.
21 total from her crew.
Okay.
I got exactly 20.
Okay. You guys sort of fit into their schedule, see what's going on, and you're able to take pieces that you maybe have like a step or two down the way and get things sort of prepped. For Rura, this is like not mind-blowing, but it's really like everything's clicking, where she would have normally like tinkered around with things in that certain order, but it's all sort of like she's visualizing it now. Instead of just sort of like playing with things and, oh, this will fix that and that'll reroute power to there. Like all of a sudden she sort of backs up and sees everything sort of line up and her eyes go kind of big for a moment. So, anybody else want to do anything while we're landed?
So we have a standard Navic computer, right?
Yes.
On this ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So that
believe
gives
so.
us a +5 to our navigational. There is a advanced Navic computer, but it's pretty damn expensive.
Yeah, and these things only work in the predestined or the pre-mapped out places. Once you get out in wild space, that goes to a -5 because you can't use it. But you get you get a -5 for not having any computational maps, but you get a +5 for the having a navigational computer. So it's sort of balancing itself out.
I see.
All right.
Yeah, it comes out to that grand total of a net 0.
Yeah. All right. A couple hours go by. Ship's fixed. It's 1,300 credits for the fix, and they top off the tanks and everything.
I imagine that just comes out of the ship money.
Yeah.
Do we have a general money?
I was going to
somewhere?
say someone needs to keep track of that.
I know
keep
we have
track
at
of
least 15,000 because we got that back because I watched
Right.
the first episode and found out how things got paid for.
Yeah.
Did we? Like, is that okay with the GM?
Yeah. It was we were at the end of the episode, and to balance everything out so there's no leftover money and everything. That's it was a lot, like one line I said, which I missed when I watched it. So
I gotcha.
all right.
Yeah,
I have
it's
it
even in the
already
text
down.
chat. I found it. I replied. I made sure, and Kirk said, "Yup."
Yeah.
Did you say that was 1,050 or 1,350?
1,300.
No 50.
No 50.
No 50. All right. Ship
What did we
takes
have in there? 15,000. Sorry to interrupt.
We are sitting at 22,000.
Yeah, because we didn't spend all of the
No.
ship money to pay off the ship. I do
No.
remember that.
No.
Oh, so Jad, do you have some kind of ledger you're keeping track of, or do you want me to do
Yeah.
it?
No, I have it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Ship takes off. You guys take off through the atmosphere and get out, basically heading out of the solar system. And this is another navigation check. And the droid offers to make it. I think I can handle this first jump.
Okay.
If everybody's okay. And he takes 20, and it hits the number. Actually, he just spends a destiny point. So he plots it out longer than it should be, and you guys head out. Ship comes out of hyperspace. Fine. And if you want to refresh your map, you guys will see where you're at.
Oh yeah, I don't need to do repairs.
Definitely in the better direction.
Yeah.
That's where we
Good
could have
lord.
been in the first place.
Uh-huh.
I didn't think it'd be so many failed rolls, but it
Yeah,
happens. It
You know what
happens.
though? That's what makes these games fun.
That's what
honestly
yeah.
is
That's-
living on the edge.
And that's what I expected this to be, is a lot more little bumps in the road, little sort of failures, but it happens.
Hey, random encounter tables are amazing.
Yeah. So
Truly.
the droid says he thinks he could do it one more time, and this is going to be his last destiny point he has. And he plots it out, and you guys jump again. And you guys should be able to refresh and see where you're at. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more jumps like that if you guys want. And again, if all these are successful getting there, you can use it to get back.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
So, real quick, first of all, I need a bio break.
Okay.
So I literally need 2 minutes for that. And we made the distinction that you need to be trained and use computer in order to do it, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then a crew can't even make these.
Okay.
So,
No,
All
I
right.
think it's down to me, Dodd, and Nanat.
okay.
Yes. Nanat. Was it Nanat? Dang it. Did I mess this up? Did I mess it up?
Yeah, I think so.
All
I think
right.
Leto did not, but Nanat did.
That is correct. So that was Nanat the whole time, growling and doing his thing and saying he can do it. So
That's okay.
Actually-
Lashara, just while these guys are on break and stuff, and because it doesn't matter, but Lashara will burn some points.
actually, he's a higher level than you guys, so he has more destiny points than just one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna let me roll his foresighter and see what he's got left. And that way, it saves you guys from burning him. He's got 2 more, so he can do 2 more jumps, and then he's out. Especially since he feels a little guilty for not being able to pull out of the black hole fast enough. So he takes 20 and jumps again. Oops. And again. Whoa, that's too much. All right. So he has spent all of his destiny points. That should save you guys. You got 1, 2, 3 more jumps, basically.
Well, and since this is Lashara's quest, I'm gonna go ahead and give you all 3 of my points.
Okay.
That way, I think that's fair considering this is my trek.
Okay. All right. So there are hours spent coming in and out of hyperspace. Really feel when you're spending destiny points, this really feels like you are sort of sensing it as well as plotting it at the same time.
Right.
So it feels like you're in the zone, and like all of a sudden things are coming together. You're really like Rura. It's sort of all those distant plots are suddenly lining up.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one opens up, and there's a grayish planet that you're looking at, and the nav computer is blinking that you're on, that this is the coordinates for whatever the planet
Okay.
is. Nanat announces, "We're here." I guess it's another used computer to scan stuff, or do you want to use the Force?
I will absolutely be using the Force right away.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I imagine that using the Force as we got closer may have resulted in sensitivity of something.
Right. It's sort of wrapped up in the destiny thing, getting you there.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a Sense Force. DC 15. a full round action. You'll be able to determine the distance, general direction to the location of the disturbance.
Okay. Do I need to roll a force check?
Yes, DC 15.
I rolled a 17 and I got a plus 14, so
Okay.
31.
As you're standing there, you sort of close your eyes for a moment, and whoosh, there's one point on the planet that is, you feel it's like a fountain of energy coming out. So you go over to the nav computer that shows the planet, and you sort of put your finger on the display, and it locks onto that. And then it kind of looks at you strangely and says, is this where we're headed?
And Lashara looks up at him, and her eyes are kind of bright. And she says, Nanat, this place is calling to me. I believe that is our destination.
He looks back at the thing and just pushes the throttle in, and the ship takes off in that direction. It takes a few minutes. You guys hit atmosphere safely, and as you come down into the, it's not clouds. It's more like a smoke that's in the atmosphere, ash or something, and it looks like the planet has been sort of scorched, and not recently. It's been a while, and sort of whenever the winds come through, it's sort of picking up ash and debris and sort of blowing it back up in the atmosphere. So it's got a gray horizon. It's kind of muted colors, and as you're flying along, like most of the plant life's blackened and scorched. Some of it looks not petrified, but it's just ancient destruction, probably from 1,000 years prior. Nothing's still growing. Pulls down a little bit farther. There's some mountains off in the distance. It's kind of hilly, and eventually you start seeing what look like, at first you mistake them for sort of tree trunks or natural rock structures, and they are, as you get sort of lower and he starts slowing down a little bit, you're noticing that they're the base of gigantic statues that once stood. And it's almost like you're on a road, sort of flying over a road that was there at one time, but this road is enormous, and there's just these crumbled statues. I'd say when you get up to about 200 or 300 yards away, you notice that there's sort of other structures all sort of pointing toward this pyramid sort of looking thing, and it's damaged heavily as well. Some of the statues, as you get closer, are a little more intact, and they look like humanoids, but you don't know, like the tops are missing, and you maybe just see an arm or a foot, that sort of thing.
So Lashara's going to be standing there, like, behind Nanat's pilot chair, and she's going to be, like, looking forward through the viewport and just be like, sit down right over there.
And he looks over, and you guys do like a little circle around, and he slowly sets down. And when he about touches down, this powder takes off, gets kicked up into the sky, the atmosphere around you guys, and not like a little, like it's a lot. And eventually, the ship hits.
Is the atmosphere bad to breathe?
So Lashara's going to go back to the computer and see what sensors are going to say.
Yeah, the droid says it looks like you're going to need the face masks for this, and probably a good shower when you're done.
How many of those do we have?
What, showers or masks?
There's 4 on the ship, and I think Hakru has an extra 1 or 2 or something like that.
A crew has 2 total,
Okay.
because they came in the they came in the field kit. So anybody who had a field kit, you have 2 breath masks.
Right. So there's 4 on the ship, so that's 6 total. It should cover everybody that really wants to go.
Plus Leda.
Yeah.
Just,
He
quick.
he grabs one and puts it inside a compartment in case someone needs it later on, like if
Sweet.
someone falls or something.
Yeah, I
Quick
give
question.
him my extra one.
Are we at the temple?
Yes.
You're at the base of this pyramid structure that's heavily damaged.
Long
Can I
story
get-
short, we went back to Bakura, repaired, and then burned a significant number of destiny points
Right.
to get there.
Okay.
Basically,
How many did
no-
everybody burn?
Nanat
I burned all of mine.
spent 6.
I only have 3,
Right.
but I'm willing to contribute to the
It's
cause.
okay.
Yeah.
This cause is generated by Lashara, so she spent hers.
Right.
You can hold on to your stuff.
Yeah, and that got everybody there.
Okay, great.
So the door, the entry plank pops down, and this fine dust starts coming up, and the droid looks a little worried. Nanat says, "I'm going to stay here, but we're going to close this door up as soon as you guys get out."
Lashara is anxious to get moving, so
Okay.
she's kind of bouncing on her feet a little bit and being like, "I can feel it. It's
How-
this way."
I got a backpack with some water and food supplies and stuff 2 of them full if I can find them. Hand one to somebody that's not me and put the other one on my back.
Okay,
So my real
Just
quick
in
question
case.
for this:
right. Go ahead.
how strong is the force where we are right now?
It's pretty intense. Like I said, it feels like a fountain coming out of the ground around everywhere.
Okay.
Do non-force users feel something weird?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to be a little concerned about the charred atmosphere and
Yeah.
ground and everything. And for sure, I think I'm going to be a little hesitant to even get off the ship.
Okay.
You see, Hakru is very much. He's looking a little green, but he also kind of follows the same suit as Dodd, and Kirk. Assuming that this is not dark, I succeeded on what we discussed earlier.
Okay. Okay.
But like, I matched.
Okay.
So,
All right. So you're a little shaky. You're a little not trembling, but you're feeling very anxious.
this is very much looks like someone who just told he has to be a big brave boy.
Yeah.
And he definitely had like sniper rifle is out.
Okay.
Its safety's off.
Okay.
Definitely grabbing the the full utility belt, the full field kit. And he's wearing like the field kit up front so he can have his jetpack on in the back.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
Lashara
good.
has her gear on, like she's grabbed all of her weapons and she
Okay.
has her pack and everything. But
Okay.
she is not as worried about danger at this
Okay.
particular point. She feels like something's calling her
Right.
to her future,
Right.
and she's just wants to get moving.
Okay.
Yeah, Rura basically just kind of zipped up her jumpsuit and like buckled on her utility belt, strapped on the pistol with the holster,
Okay.
took the spear, and went, "Let's go see what's out there."
Yeah. So everyone's got their little masks on. It sounds a little funny, but you guys get out and there's a lot of blinking because this stuff in the air is just ash everywhere. It's not uncomfortable if it gets in your eye, but it makes your eye water a little bit more, that sort of
Just,
thing.
like when you're watching Rura, you just keep seeing her ears flicking constantly, trying to.
Yeah, and the wind's blowing really well here, so I mean, it's not like it's just a simple. I want to say like 25-mile-per-hour winds across the planet.
The crew is
Assuming
doing
my
everything
helmet
he
has-
can to be in the middle of the pack.
Okay. What was
I'm
that?
assuming my,
Go ahead.
What were you saying?
I said, I'm assuming my helmet has some kind of visor I can pull down.
I think it's just like a GI Joe helmet that just doesn't have anything.
Is that it?
Yeah,
All right.
and again, right now it's not providing any defense to you, so it's just
Yeah,
for
you know,
looks.
I'm just keeping it for looks. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys,
His antenna safe.
yeah.
Same time, but I think Rura doesn't realize how much faster she walks than everybody else, and so she accidentally pulls out ahead a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, Lash might be full on running.
I know that's the
Yeah.
only thing. But like
you
Rura's
two are
gonna-
neck and neck. You two are, you're both. She's excited, and you're just naturally like, oh, someone's walking as fast as I do for a change, sort of.
and
There's
again,
competition going to set in.
and Rura is oblivious to
Right.
the differences.
The ramp picks up and closes. The droid's kind of struggling a little bit in the wind, but he's okay. You guys
if,
get.
if Leto is with us,
Yeah.
her crew is like with Leto, if necessary, carrying him as a security blanket.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll shoulder the rifle and just hold on to Leto.
Okay.
I think you need to spread your arms about 3 feet apart for that. Yeah.
Yep.
He'll do it.
Yep. Grabs onto him. And you guys start heading forward. Let's do a perception check for Lashara and or Rura as you're walking up to the structure.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I got an 8.
DC 15.
I didn't make it either.
So you guys walk up to this wall and you're like,
when it's
Do we
when it's
just
my
need
time to
perception?
check,
Is
I
it
got a 22.
what was that?
When it's my time to check, if I get to, I got a 22.
So you got the rest of the group walks up to them, like looking at the walls, and Dodd walks kind of up and looks down and sticks his finger and this little part of the thing like pushes in, and a big door like it sets back and opens up slowly. And once it does, you see a lot of the silt falling off, and it's very obvious it's a door now that it's moving, but before it had sort of been coated with this dirt.
Blasted sand.
Yeah.
Dirt, funk.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So you guys walk in, and it is quiet in here. It's dark in
Found some
here.
lights. Yeah.
It's very dark in here.
who wants a glow rod? I have
There you go.
1, 2. Let's see, I've got 3.
I'll take one.
I've got my.
I have 6 glow rods
Okay. Nice.
Great. I'll take one.
because utility belt and
Yeah.
field kit.
That's the time to use these things.
The Zabrak Boy Scout over here.
I also have 13 ration packs, so I can, I could feed us for like a week.
Nice.
I also grabbed a backpack full of food and
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. Okay.
I have.
I have a power pack. I have an energy cell.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can recharge.
I
that.
have a sun roll. I have an all temperature cloak. I have 2 condensing canteens that capture moisture from the air and recycle them.
Nice. Nice. You guys are pretty set up. It's just as you're exploring through, it's hallways and rooms, and they're all open, and there's nothing in them. Whatever furniture would have been there seems like it has turned to dust, maybe, or someone moved everything out. It's not clear. There are little bits of things here and there, but nothing significant.
So
How
when we
about
get
a-
inside and the wind isn't pushing on Leto, I'd imagine that's when he tries to fly under his own power. And at first, the crew still holds on to him a little bit, but then he's like, okay.
Yeah,
And that's when he unholsters the sniper rifle again.
Leto doesn't say anything. If you're going to keep holding him, he goes along for the ride.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm holding him.
and he's got
I'm
a
using.
and he's got a light on. It's like a spotlight in front. So
Yeah. So you just like, this is the Leto stand-in. Just
What is that? This is cool.
it is a dragon squishmallow.
Oh,
I
I need
had
one. I
I had a few days where the depression was hitting me real hard.
Yeah.
Kaylee got me this, and it's been like, I like when during the depression I needed it. It was awesome.
he's
Now
seen
it's just
things.
awesome. Oh yeah,
He's scarred emotionally. Oh.
I'm wearing a mask.
no, that's just his nose. He's got a little pig nose.
Oh, cool.
He's got a big white belly, little pig nose,
Horns.
little flappy wings.
That is funny.
I started
so-
taking stock of the walls.
Exactly.
looking texture, seeing if there's any kind of markings.
Okay,
or
and this
like
would
a
be
power conduit, perhaps.
and this would be a physical sciences roll.
I don't have that.
Not it's a knowledge roll. Physical sciences.
I don't have that either.
I'm gonna set him down over here.
I have life
So I-
science. Nothing here is living.
I thought somebody had physical sciences, which is like geology and everything else like that.
Maybe Leto.
I have galactic lore.
No, but I rolled a 21 if I add my intelligence attribute to a dice roll.
I thought somebody had that.
Leto has physical science, so
There you go.
a crew would be carrying because a crew knows that we need to look for something, so he's going to carry like Leto around to do his scans.
Okay. Huh. I thought somebody else had something.
So
Like I said, I have life sciences, but not physical sciences.
Oh, okay. Well, he will roll then. Oh, why did I put these on different tabs? What was I thinking?
he has a +8 to physical science.
Yeah. He doesn't see anything at first, and then he's going to go into take 20 while he's just being sort of moved around through the structure, scanning everything.
He tells at first it's like a crew is walking around, but then he's like, "Hey, buddy, let's go check over here." Like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The rest of you are kind of walking around and you're seeing what may have been like old power conduits and stuff, but most of it has been eaten away by time. It's gone. The infrastructure is gone out of this place. Maybe too many freezes and stuff. Pipes have burst and things like that. 200, 300, 500 years ago, that sort of stuff. All right. So 40 minutes go by. You guys are wandering through and nothing.
Is there anything Loshara can do for using the Force to sense where further to go?
Yes. DC 25.
That was my second botch of the day.
Oh, shit. All right. You are overwhelmed. The energy coming from below and out and around, it's like walking through a warm human atmosphere. It's intense. It's not choking, but you feel saturated. So again, another 40 minutes go by. All of a sudden, Leto says, wait a minute, point me over there. And he kind of moves a little claw out and points over. And you guys all start focusing down. And it looks like there are engraved images into the wall. And they're really light. So they've been sort of, again, corroded over time. And he starts like highlighting with holographic imagery as to what he's been picking up this whole time. And he says the images seem to be getting closer and closer together, but he still keeps seeing images that look like a heart. It's a stylized version of a heart, so it's not an actual humanoid heart, but he keeps like seeing these things here and there as you're getting deeper into this temple. So go ahead and do another use the Force check.
Okay. Much better.
It doesn't get any worse.
27.
Okay, that hits. And a crew make a use the Force check. Your DC is 25 as well. Or 25, I should say.
Okay. I rolled a 10, so I know I'm not going to make it.
Okay. So you move one step on the condition track.
Okay.
Loshara feels like she's walking through, and all of a sudden it feels like there's something from below emanating up, and it's different. And so it's up to you if you want to say anything to anyone.
She is just going to say, hold up right here. something changed. Be on alert. And then she's actually gonna sit down and kind of meditate, I guess.
Hakru kind of starts to double over a little bit more and is like really compressing on Leto right now. Like grip, like very much like full on teddy bear hug pulling him in.
Okay.
I get a
It's just
13
like
perception.
it is very obvious that Hakru is scared.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 13 on perception. Do I notice either one of these?
Not really.
Okay.
You're still
I'm fascinated by what's going on around me still then.
you're still looking at the walls and seeing more of these hearts sort of popping out, and they're not obviously displayed. It's like someone may have carved it after the fact, after these walls. It's like looking at really busy wallpaper, and then you at one point you suddenly see an image sort of pop out. Does that make sense?
It's a schooner.
Right.
Yeah.
Where if you're just casually passing by, it looks like the same sort of stuff on the walls.
Okay.
Yes.
So Lashar is going to kind of try to sense Hakru, because she's going to notice that he's not okay, and try to send him some calming vibes. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but
you being a Force user, you do know that right now Hakru is trying to shield himself from the Force.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So if I feel that, then I'll leave him be with his defenses and kind of reach out to see what this is.
Yeah, this is another sense the Force check, basically.
18.
That's not enough. It's not defining itself still. You're still feeling a separate force that's sort of coming from below where you're standing. Like if you're looking down, that's where it would be. So it's not directly in front of you, but it could be down at a certain point.
Hakru is going to start wherever like we were when we started hitting this. I'd say probably about this time, it's been a few moments. Hakru is going to start backing away from wherever that was.
It wasn't a hit. It's like you just sensed it all of a sudden. So you start backing up and you still feel in it. Like it sort of snuck up on you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Walking slowly into a swamp, you don't realize you're in a swamp until suddenly you're, knees deep, and all of a sudden, oh crap, where am I at?
Yep.
Is there a way for me to sense a direction we should go, or even a perception check?
Yeah, you think you could use the Force, move a little bit farther, and use it again, and really start being able to navigate where this is coming from. Does that make?
Yeah, I can try again.
Yeah. So you guys walk forward for another 20 minutes. You hear the droid he sort of projects where these hearts are, and they're getting very close together. It's another DC 25.
27 again.
Okay. So it's as you're walking, it's slowly, you're coming up on where I guess it should be. Perception check, everybody, everyone's sort of talking this out.
18.
18.
22.
22.
16.
And if it matters, I have low light vision.
24.
27.
27. Okay. The one person who's doubled over and not paying attention gets to
at this point in time, if I feel like I'm surrounded by this stuff, my head's probably snapping all over the place, jumping every little shadow.
At one point, he's looking at the ground and doing this, and then looks down and he's like, "That's strange." And you guys all sort of turn back, and it looks like there is a break in the floor. And he kind of looks over to the side, and there is a heart image again, and this one is a lot more prominent, and it's not recessed. This is sort of pushed out. And as you guys have been walking for a while, this tunnel you guys have been sort of following has been getting less and less rooms until you guys have been sort of walking for a while with just a hallway.
So between seeing the break and the protruding heart piece, the crew is going to actually like jump like 2 feet back.
Okay.
Very much like what is
Right. He sort of points at her. The droid zeroes in on it with a light. Yeah.
Still holding on to him, not letting him go.
Yeah. The droid says, that looks like some sort of button or trigger.
Don't touch it.
All right. Show me where.
The droid's got a
Literally pointing
spotlight
light
on
on it.
Yeah.
It has a spotlight on it.
All right. I'm going to have a look at it. And
It looks like it's just a push. You just put your hand on it, push.
all right.
If you walk,
Laura, you mind taking a look at this?
I
You
mean,
mentioned earlier you could see pretty well in the dark.
yeah.
as you walk by her crew, like he actually puts his hand like.
My perception roll is low. I have 14. So
You can't miss it now that it's been pointed out. It's pretty
Right,
obvious that it's there.
I'm looking for what it might do.
Yeah, I walk up to it and go, it looks like a button.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look at her very
so-
sanguinely and say, thank you for clarifying.
She shrugs and
All right.
Hit it.
Push the button.
You push it in.
You do that.
Just
And
out
you
of context for a second, I want to tell you that this isn't the only time me as a player has done this.
Seriously, who sent Dad to look at the damn button?
The last time he did this, he unleashed the World of Darkness worm into the universe.
Oh,
That was a pretty
jeez.
good move.
Yeah. So anyway, really quietly, you guys hear like a perception rolls. DC 15.
can we try a different die? Because
11.
like perception.
I'm just staring at the button.
Yeah. What's that noise? What's that
24.
puffing air? Okay.
15.
You said 15. I got a 14.
27 again.
All right. 15s or above. So you all look down, and the floor in front of you has started to sink, but it's not sinking equally. It's like it's broken apart into stairs, and they're all sort of moving down and stops. And you see a stairway that leads down.
Lashara just heads down.
Okay.
All right, I quickly try to keep up with her.
Okay. The droid starts to move forward.
I'm gonna just mumble to myself. Who thought this is a good idea?
Oh, it's fine. Come on.
So
Oh,
as Leto starts to like move forward again, like a crew like pulls him back in, still like holding on, and like walks behind him.
Okay.
I say,
Lashara,
be behind Hakru. She's picked up on his reluctance to.
Oh,
She's supposed to be a comforting presence.
Okay.
everyone is aware that Hakru is doing this under protest. He
Right.
is scared, but he's here. Damn it!
well, Lashara is way too excited.
Right.
She's not even looking to see if people are keeping up. She's kind of putting some speed on.
Yeah. And the droid says really low. It says, I don't scan any other life signs on this in our vicinity, so we should be okay. And he starts pulling forward, like turns, like.
And, like if he starts like resisting, like Hakru will let go of him. But he's like, before he does, he's like, but that is the thing about the sisters' art. It doesn't just affect the living.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. He's 20 meters ahead anyway.
You're talking all hocusy pocusy.
It is hocusy pocusy.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. Lashara and Dot are like trundling down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, hey, okay, slow down. I'm trying to keep up here. She's moving like she's on a mission.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other three plus the droid are just kind of hanging out at the top of the stairs.
No, we're all going down.
Heading down
At different speeds.
I just held back to make sure that
Okay.
to
All right.
just in case Hakru basically wants to turn around and run away, like that somebody is there to notice.
Right.
Oh no! If a crew decides to disappear, you'll never find him again.
Yeah.
So
I did find it once hanging out in the attic of the ship. It was very strange. Anyway,
Okay. You guys are heading down. Let's
What
do
do we see?
perception rolls.
Everybody.
Yeah.
oh my god.
there we go.
Okay.
That's a 19.
I'm gonna need
Well.
to swap dice, man.
I'm
I guess
I'm gonna use my reroll perception ability.
Yeah. DC 15.
26.
Okay.
12.
I only got 24 this time.
Okay. You guys.
9.
You guys get to the bottom. You're excited. You just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets to the bottom, and it kind of does a turn, and you guys start doing these. Get to the end, and it's a left turn. Get to the end, it's a left turn. But it's all slightly sloping down. And
So
at
like
each of these turns, the people with 15s or more are seeing a closed fist with what looks like rays coming off of them at every turn. And they're not subtle anymore. They're not hidden. Like it's a very clear imagery.
Zeus.
Yeah. It's like the power symbol like you would see for like electric, where it'd be like a fist and lightning bolts coming off, but this is just like rays of light coming off.
Or to us gamer friends, it's the Steiner logo.
I was gonna say, I was looking that up right now. I'm like, what are that's from BattleTech. I'm looking up the family.
Okay.
Steiner.
And this goes down for a while. You guys keep traveling downward. Another perception roll.
All right, maybe I'll pass this one. Yes!
Oh, Jesus, finally.
I got a 26.
20,
Okay.
21. That's good for me.
Okay.
Me too.
You
The crew's good.
get down, and what's happening is as you're turning, you're seeing this symbol in front of you, and you're turning. But you all sort of at the same time look on the other wall, and it looks like images of individuals fighting with light swords or energy blades or something like this. And it's just here and there, but all the images are different. They're different individuals that are doing this. So it's almost like
Oh, go ahead.
it's almost like they're some sort of record of battles or a battle, and they're all sort of being highlighted at a certain point. You're not certain.
Okay. I exclaimed, hey, did you guys notice this fist?
Yes, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like.
Are you nuts?
Hold on, there's some cool shit over here.
Yeah,
Everyone
I noticed
turns
it
around.
too, but this
Yeah.
fist seems important.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The droid's recording all of this stuff as you're going down as well.
So Lashara finds this completely fascinating, and
Yeah.
she walks up and she says, "This is amazing," and she like really starts looking into it, and she's like brushing off,
Right.
any type of dust and everything, kind of following this down. What else does she see as we go farther along?
It's not fully decorated, but you're seeing these every once in a while. Another 20 minutes go on. You guys are still sort of circling down, and you come to the bottom of the stairs, and there are these 30-foot black basalt stone doors.
Oh, doors.
And on the front of them is a crown in the middle of it.
Okay.
There are also 3 circles that sort of are inside of each other, and there are symbols. They look like they're dials. I'm going to assume everyone just makes a perception check of what this is. So these 3 circles may dial at certain things. Yeah, it's a combination lock. The 3 circles that they look like they turn one inside the other. There are several symbols on the dials. Each dial has a fist with light coming off of it, a sun, a light sword, a crown, a hand giving something to another hand, and a heart.
Okay, and it's in that order from the center going out?
They're just on each dial. They're the same thing.
So you said fist with light.
Fist of light coming off it, a sun, a light sword, a crown, a hand giving something to another hand, and a heart. The dials are over 20 feet off the ground.
Oh,
And
So-
Make
We're
a
not turning them.
make a perception roll.
24.
Okay.
Well,
25.
Okay. 25 is the number.
The crew sees it.
What you all feel is there is a pulsing, almost like a hum coming from behind the door.
Okay.
I don't know,
Big
shut up.
energy transformer or something.
That sort of hum.
They've invented dubstep.
All right. Again,
That's why they died.
dials are way up in the air. Dials are way up in the air.
I look at those dials and I look around for a ladder or
Yeah.
something.
No,
And
that-
Lashara looks over at you and says, "Don't fret. I can take care of this." And she like looks up there and closes her eyes, and she uses her move object, just to kind of make sure that she can move this a little bit.
Yep. Okay.
Do I need to roll on anything for that?
Use the force DC 10.
Okay. Oh, why? That's an automatic pass. She has
Yeah.
a plus 14.
Yeah.
So yeah.
As long as you don't get a 1, you're okay.
Yep.
The dials turn, and you don't have to keep making rolls. You can turn them in any combination you want. And it looks like there is a crown at the top to I guess to indicate where things are getting lined up at.
Okay. So she turns around and looks at their friend and says, "Do these symbols look familiar to anybody here?"
I mean,
They
as
were all
objects.
over the paths down here. How did you not see them?
The droid puts up the holographic images of each of the symbols you guys have seen so far.
There's a particular order to the way that we've seen them, and
Yeah, you saw the hearts first, then the closed fists, and then the individuals fighting with the swords of light. And then,
okay, so
then
we're
a,
gonna.
then a
But
crown.
that doesn't tell us about the sun.
Then a crown showed up. Yeah,
Okay, so can we try that as the combination?
sure.
Except you're
So like
missing
heart
sun.
would be the outer ring.
The crown is at the top, and that's that's the symbol that's on the door.
right.
Okay, yeah. So we'll. Lashara's gonna sit there and she's gonna kind of sit cross-legged in front of the door and hold her hands out in front of her and start moving them in a circular direction to
Okay.
line them up as what Leto's showing her as the.
Okay. So heart.
Laura is really confused for a second because she's looking up at this, and then you sit down, moving farther away from it, and then
Right.
start moving it. And this is mind blowing.
Yeah, she just has to concentrate, and she finds it easier by sitting. So,
Okay. Sit down. The inner dial goes to the heart, and then they line up, and all of a sudden it cha-chong clicks, and the doors.
The crew levels the sniper rifle.
Inside is a pretty good sized room. There is an altar on a dais at the far end, and there is a hexagonal object that is about this big sitting on it, and behind it is a light sword that's sort of stuck in the altar, lit on, and it's not sinking down or anything. The hexagon is glowing blue, by the way, and it's the one doing the thrumming.
Real quick question.
Yep. There's another 25
How-
check for you if you wanted to roll it.
Oh no, I've been rolling them. So let's do this next one. So I guess my question here is: are there two presences or just one?
In here, it's both and neither. Does that make? I don't know if that makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah, that's fine.
It's kind of a mix.
Okay. Yeah, he failed again.
Okay.
Okay.
So the crew is just like sweating bullets. His hand is shaking. He's dead trained, just not really aiming at anything, but just dead down the center of the hallway.
Okay.
So
Lashara stands up and looks into the room and I imagine some badass Star Wars music starts playing because this is what she's been after.
Yeah.
And he looks back at the rest of her friends and says, "This is what's been calling to me. I need to go inside. Anyone want to follow?" And then she like turns around and takes a step into this room.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Now, Dodd sees this and doesn't know what it is. Greg,
Yeah.
the player, knows
Right.
what
Right.
it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to play it like Dodd would. So I'm going to grab my blaster, and I'm going to be looking around
Okay.
like crazy.
Make a
while I
perception
walk
roll.
towards this. All right.
I'm gonna walk over to Hakru and like make him put the sniper rifle down. Just be like, "Come on, man, we don't want to shoot anybody in the back."
How hard do you push? No joke. How hard do you push?
You're holding
hard
on to a
enough.
droid.
Hard enough.
No, I let go of the droid because the droid, we let go of the droid a little while ago because the droid was like wanting to go forward, and when he let go of the droid, that's when I grabbed the rifle. Door opened, he leveled it,
Yeah.
and Hakru's just staying rooted where he is, like he is frozen, completely rigid.
So a little bit meta here. I've talked to Kirk since I made my character, and we kind of worked this out. And I kind of had a general idea of how I would advance in Force user, but I have not talked to him about this at all. So I am kind of winging it.
That's fine.
Eric as a character, Eric as a person knows probably what this is, but Lash does not
Right.
know if there's danger here. She doesn't
Right.
know anything about this temple, really.
Right.
She does not know any of this.
What
Right.
color is this energy sword, by the way?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
Yeah,
And the-
Rora's just fascinated. She waited for Lash to go in because this seemed to be something that she's been looking for, but she'll follow and just kind of look around.
Okay.
And the floating polyhedron is blue.
Correct.
Okay.
It's not floating. It's glowing and pulsing.
Okay.
So
And-
Lushara continues to walk in. Sorry, Mary.
No, I was just gonna say Lash, or not Lash. You're Lash. Rora hasn't. The pistol's still holstered. She's just got the spear held in one hand, but
Right.
she's not really braced for anything.
My whatever our era's version of DL-44 is in hand and ready for cowboy action.
Yeah.
So
All right. This is
Lushara is so distracted by what she feels like is her destiny or future here.
this is what you're seeing. This is how it's set up as you woke up, where the hexagon is sitting just in front of this lightsaber that is basically stuck in the altar behind it.
Okay.
So
Um,
if you got
Yeah,
your
so-
12-sider, that's what it looks like. This thing is just sitting there.
so Lash, she's so caught up in her own head and what she's feeling with the Force. She's kind of not even worried about danger. She's just going to kind of walk forward, and hopefully you guys have her back because she's just not even thinking that way right now.
Don't
So
worry, the crew is overreacting enough for everybody.
She's a little naive here. So.
That's all right. What do you do? Greg looked around, and you notice off in the corner, it looks like there is the remnants of an old campsite. It looks like it's decades old, though. So someone was here, and someone was here for months.
okay. I'm gonna go kind of skirt around the area where the artifacts are.
Yep.
The one that perhaps looks a little like this.
Yep.
And kind of maneuver my way sideways towards the campsite to see what's still there.
It's like when you walked in the door, off to the side was the campsite, and the dais and everything is up front or up against the other wall.
I'll sidle then so that I can keep an eye on what's going on with the
And
Sure.
Rora's
Shara
kind of
and that stuff.
going the other way, letting Lash go up the middle, basically.
Right. And the droid is floating the other way, and he's sort of scanning everything.
So Lash approaches the dais, and as she does, as she's been trained to do, she sits down. She doesn't reach for it or anything. She's not sure what it is. and she's just going to kind of go into a forced meditation,
Okay.
and kind of push her mental acuities forward.
Okay.
And
I want to say something snide, but you can almost see Dodds holding his tongue.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to pick out what this would. It's not a hole in the force.
I feel like Lashara has seen Indiana Jones, so she's not just going to walk up and grab it.
Right.
Yeah, she didn't bring a bag of sand. So
No, she did not.
The crew probably has one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Given his backpack, we're probably in good shape.
I do want to point out, though, a crew has not entered the room.
Right.
right.
All right.
That's fine. You can stand back there with your sniper rifle.
Yeah.
There's if this is what Eric person knows, there's oftentimes traps around these things. I'm trying not to be blatant about the
Nope.
carefulness, but
You can. This is a search your feelings. Will it be favorable if you remove this from here or take it with you?
gotcha.
15. It's a DC 15.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 26.
Hella adventure.
It is neither favorable or unfavorable. It's almost like
Okay.
there's a balance. That's not dangerous, but it's in the middle. You're not going to get hurt. You're not going to win the lottery.
Gotcha. So she stands up and she puts both of her hands out and just touches this object with her.
It's good
hands.
size. It's like the size of a small bowling ball, and it picks up pretty nicely, and you feel this sort of coming off of this object for just a few seconds, and then it slowly turns dark, like it's shutting down. Like it may have been a beacon at one point, and now it's going inert.
Does it change shape?
Nope. The droid says, "Oh, that laser sword is slowly burning down into it, but it's so minute." He does some calculation and he shows projects out a hologram and showing where it would have been when it was placed in, especially if someone says something about the campsite being like 10 years old. He sort of puts it together and says this thing would have been put in about 10 years ago at a certain point, and it's just been slowly burning through whatever this stone is, the stone metal.
It's a hell of a battery life.
Yeah, so Lashara is going to examine the God damn it, you're going to have me say it. Freaking laser sword.
Energy blade.
Yep.
Sounds less quaint.
You look at it, and there is definitely looks like a switch on it. They were a lot less subtle back in the day.
She looks over at Dodd and says, "You think I should turn this off?"
Well, she's already removed the bowling ball from underneath it,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it looks like it turned off when she removed it.
Right.
I'd say we're probably in better shape if you turn it off than if you leave it on.
All right, so she looks over at Jad. Actually, behind her, because Jad's back.
Yeah, I'm back with Haku.
Yeah.
She says, "Jad, what do you think?"
It looks like a pretty fun weapon. I'd turn it off and take it if I were you.
I like the way Jad thinks.
So she nods her hand and she reaches up and
Droid
and
says,
hits-
"Just pull it out."
Yeah, why not that? So she's just gonna grab the handle and lift.
Oh, come on, don't do that.
No?
Comes out and she holds it up. Yeah.
she
Sword out of the
pulls it up.
stone,
Arthur's it. Just
pulls it up, and this thing lights up the room. It's a nice golden light. It looks nice. It feels nice, and this weapon feels strangely comfortable.
Okay. I'm gonna walk towards her and
She
do these things, You okay?
Let's do a boy, sense the force.
Okay.
Me too.
Just her at this point.
Okay, cool. I'm not sure if I could take too many more of these negatives.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember anything in here, I'm gonna burn a first point to
Okay.
do something.
Do
So
it.
long as that'll help, because I just rolled my third freaking botch of the day.
Good. Grief.
Is there anything I can do to undo that?
Destiny point would have been it. So yeah, you just
God, can I borrow a destiny point?
Yeah.
no. And you're looking at it and like turning it over in your hand, and it definitely has a handmade grip, and it fits your hand almost like it was made for it.
Okay.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
This thing is light. It's I think it's golden as well, I believe. It's a golden metal hilt that looks very organically hammered together almost. It almost looks like a stick in a weird way, but it's not. It's a little more stylized.
Okay.
You might say it looks like an old flashbulb container with some motorcycle parts slashed onto it.
I'm going to say make a perception. Well, it wouldn't be a perception roll. Let's do a galactic knowledge roll. That's all I
Is
can
that
think
something you
of.
could do untrained?
No.
Okay.
17.
Okay. This looks like a branch of a tree that is only found on Bothan or Bothwi, and it is used in ceremonies a lot, and it was used in if there was a ruler thousands of years ago, they would have used like a staff or a scepter, and this type of tree would have been used in that those devices. And so it's only on Bothwi that this sort of plant would grow unless it was transplanted. And that's why it looks like, when they take it, they mold it and sand it down so it fits someone's hand, and it fits your hand really well.
Wow. Okay.
So this is kind of like oh crap, oh crap, it freaks you out. The hair burrs up on your neck
Yeah. Okay.
automatically.
So she turns back to Dodd and says, "This feels so familiar to me that it's extremely odd. What is this doing here? I know you can't feel the force, but this has been calling to me, and I'm gonna need some time to figure that out."
How much time? Because we've got a hunt, and we've got to get back to our contact for the repairs and ore. You're not suggesting we leave you here, are you?
No. We can look around for a few more minutes, but this has been here for a long time, and I don't think that there's much left. I can do my searching once we leave. What are they doing over there? And she was going to look over at the people that were walking over to the camp.
They're just kind of
She
poking
didn't
through
notice it.
Right. The droids over there, let's say this has taken about 5 turns, and all of a sudden there's a slight tremor sort of starts shaking things. The droid pops up from what he's scanning and says, "I'm detecting seismic activity in the area."
All right, let's go. Turn around. Let's go. and I start walking towards the doorway.
Okay. As you guys are walking, the droid is registering that these are picking up. It's getting stronger and stronger, and then
Come on.
dust starts.
Lash. Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Lash looks at you, and you can see something in her eye is odd.
No time for that. Let's go.
She runs over to this campsite
Okay.
for a moment, and you guys can all just bolt, but she feels like she needs to at least look at it momentarily. Something, it shouldn't be here.
Okay. You can roll
Rora
perception
isn't
roll.
gonna leave the room until Lashes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hakru?
even her crew is not moving yet.
Okay.
He's not abandoning anybody.
Right.
He's not going in that fucking room.
We'll stack up at the doorway and then have her.
Yeah, the droid is definitely like at the doorway and then turns around and starts floating back out like he's on his way.
I'm with the droid.
It's time to beat feet.
So Lash is only going to take like the briefest, moment to move things around. I don't know what it looks like, but can I use perception just to do like a real quick look at this and see
if there's a book or a data card or
Yeah.
computer, any of that shit, just take it and go.
She rolled an 18.
No, nothing. It's discarded food pouches. It may have been like a bedroll or something like that, or something a bedroll went on. It's just nothing left, and it's 10 years old, so it's not in great shape.
Okay, and she just hauls ass to the door.
Okay, you guys see her hauling ass towards you guys.
Yeah, go.
Her
As soon as
crew.
she's out the door, I follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hakru is very much, once everyone is out, that is when Hakru de-levels the sniper rifle and turns around and starts almost running out of here.
No, if you're not running, you're going to get overtaken. I think the rest of us are sprinting.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know how quickly everybody else was moving.
Yeah,
so
the walls are starting to shake more now. There's more dust falling down. It has to be a sprint at this point. It has to be an all-out move.
Cool.
Dodge yelling,
Okay,
encouraging us, like, go, go, go,
I'd
go.
say that means Rora's out ahead.
Right. Eventually, you are coming out, and there's the droid, and you pass him up. He's like, "Why? Wait a minute!" A little claw comes out and clips onto your belt. Yeah, takes off with you.
What about me?
Are you fast, Jeff?
Are you running?
No. I started heading out with the droid, and as you run by me, the droid grabs on you and goes away without me.
Yep. Yeehaw! Everyone makes it out if they're doing a full-on run, and about that time you guys get out to the clear, you see parts of the structure are collapsing in on itself. As you were running by, like, rooms or the floors dropping out. So there may have been more structure below that suddenly, for some reason, was just caving in.
Okay. Once we get outside of the large double secret door,
You guys are
maybe 10 or 12 feet.
you guys are outside.
That's
Outside, like
the secret door.
Oh,
that
the
I
one
found
that he
I-
opened it first.
Yeah.
Once we get about 10 to 12 feet, I'm going to just
One of the
roll
doors
to the
falls
ground
off.
and roll to turn and look back at the doorway. I'm the last person out, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
As you look up, you're seeing parts of this ziggurat sort of collapse in on itself. And dust, as the last one comes out, this pillar of dust and debris just comes shooting
I'm
out.
wearing that mask.
Yeah, your hair blows back at that point. Closing your eyes, because this is more dirt that's coming out. And you look back and everyone's still running.
I do one of these. I stand back up. I start dusting myself off.
Yeah.
Decide to forget about it. I actually don't turn and run with them. I stand there and watch this whole thing happen for a minute.
It
And
continues
if I
to
feel like
collapse.
if it's gonna fall out from underneath me, I'm gonna move. But
No, it's mostly contained underneath, and the whole thing just sort of, you see parts of it just crunkle in until it's not quite level, but there's nothing to go back into. There's no way to get back into it. And you see one of the other statues like collapse from the tremors, partial statues, that sort of thing.
I missed my opportunity to walk in slow motion away from the collapse.
You did.
Next time.
There you go. Next time. All right. So it is 10:18. We're going to call it here for the night. And with everything that happened, we're going to level everybody up.
Yay! Yay!
Sweet. So another destiny point for Lashara.
Sweet.
Everyone gets their
Force point back.
force points +1. I believe it goes back up 1. And so this should jump everybody up on other parts. Let's see.
Because now we're level 4.
Yeah.
So
level 4 means all of our skills go up 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
but it also means that we get a +1 to 2 different abilities.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Or
Okay.
I think you can do also like +1 to the same ability if you wanted to double stack. I don't know. That's GM decision.
I think it's just it's a +1 to 2 different ones.
Right. It's written as you get +1 to an ability and a second +1 to an ability.
Yeah.
And it's GM'd interpretation whether or not you can stack or not.
Yeah.
So,
I think they make them separate. This was before 5e, so they.
Yeah.
What else goes up? The damage you do goes up by a point automatically. Hit points go up. We're still at full hit points. This has been a production of Gaming Without Gaming, all rights reserved. Visit us at gamingwithoutgaming.com. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/gamingwithoutgaming. Title music is by Greg Braun. Find him on soundcloud.com/Clara7. That's KLARA-7. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Gaming Without Gaming logo music is by Kevin MacLeod.